Yo, what up, guys? Big5D here, and a new update for 7.10 promised a lot of quality of life improvements, new champions, and changes to the overall game to improve your experience. So in this video, I want to take a look at all those changes that had happened and whether it's going to be better for us to help us play the game better, or it's totally trash and unnecessary. So the first one that I want to take a look at directly from the Raid forum, if you don't know about them, go there and you can read all the highlights that just dropped. The first one is the champion lore right here. If you go to your index, yes, if you head over to your index, you see a new button for champions if you want to know about them, right? If you click on, let's say, Abita right now, there's a new button right here that says champion lore. So if you click that, you'll see a little bit history about this particular champion and how they are in this faction, what they do and all that stuff. So it's interesting for those players who want to know the story behind their favorite champion right there. Let's say if I go to Deliana, you can see her champion lord right there too. But not every champion in the game right now has a story, right? No, not all of them have a story, and some of their stories are currently intertwined, like they pair well with each other, especially from the same faction or from enemy factions. If I head over to a new champion like Endadlier, if you go to your champion lord, you see that they say it's shrouded by mist of time. That means there is no story for her yet, but with time they finally eventually get around to all these champions and tell us their story if you're interested in knowing. So I don't see myself going to those type of index and reading this stuff, but if that's your cup of tea, go ahead. I know that it's a huge area that some people like fiction and like to read, and of course it also pairs well with the Call of Abita that is coming up into the game. We've seen the trailer of Call of Abita, and if you want to know all these champions and you want to really understand this entire episodes that will be released on YouTube and right here in game, episode by episode, we're expecting it to drop, I think, in May 18th or so. So in 6 days time, that's when the first episode will drop. So it will really be interesting to see that this champion lord, it's in line with this story from the Call of Abita episodes that will be released. So that's something that is new to the game in 7.10. So the next piece of information that was released as part of the 7.10 is Righteous Set, where we can get it from this new Forge. What do you call this thing that you have to pay money for, that you get it for free? The same place we get Bolster Set and all those other stuff from, but I'm not interested in that because it probably be not that great. Why do I say it's not that great? It's normally your speed artifact, right? It's, they say it gives right there, it says gives champions 10% speed and 40 resistance. A 2-piece set gives 10% speed. So immediately I thought, okay, you're trying to give us a new speed set, right? But this gives me how many percent speed? 12% speed. So speed sets give me 12% speed. This give me 10% speed and 40 resistance. I'm trying to think in my head, who in the game needs high resistance and need to go fast? Who needs high resistance and need to go fast? I can't think of any champion like that. You let me know in the comments if this new righteous set is gonna be a huge one like Bolster Set was an improvement to shield. This one, obviously, if they made it 12% speed plus 40 resistance, you might say, okay, maybe somebody like a Mighty Co, or some champions will require it for high resistance and speed for some content like the Hydra, where you want to go fast and still have high resistance. But I don't think this is going to be a huge, major and groundbreaking set like other ones have been that we've gotten from that particular content, where a lot of people will pay some money for and get it, like Bolster, Instinct, Defiant, and which other one again? Impulse. So these were all awesome sets, right, that we get from that. I don't forget the name, but you know what I'm talking about, that pops up right here. So I don't think it's a great righteous set. It's not going to be game breaking or game changing, but since we're going to obtain it for free, I guess, especially the 5-star ones, it might help newer players coming into the game who can't get speed artifacts to save their life. All right, what's the next piece of content that was added into this game in terms of this patch for 7.10 is gear selling. So I don't intend to save the best for last, but this one means that if you go into your dungeons, let's just go example of dungeons. You say you want to farm the dragon right at normal 20 like you normally do, you now have an option for multi battles. Oh, I'm covering this thing up. There's an option for multi battles right here with a gear selling filter on and off. It's not just multi-battle, select 40 battles and go, or enable super rates or automatically restore energy. This is the new part here, gear selling. This is the entire new thing that is added into the game. So what does it do? For you're new to raid, you're playing the game for a week, a month, or a year, I'll highly suggest you do not mess with this. As in, don't even come here and turn it on. Don't do it. I'll highly suggest you manually farm your gear, let everything filter into your inbox, and then you go and sell it by yourself. What you'd hate, what you don't like, and flat start and all that stuff, right? I'll recommend you learn how to do that manual gear cleanse. Another reason why I'll recommend you turn this off as a newer player is because most artifact enhancement events will require you to take gear to 5 and 8 in order to finish artifact enhancement. So that's one of the ways that it's easier to get points for artifact enhancement by just taking gear. You can see everything I have is already rolled up because of artifact. So if I have something like this during an artifact enhancement, taking a gear to 4, even if it's a trash gear, a trash 5-star that has no business being in your account, after taking it to 4, after taking it to 8, if it doesn't roll accuracy, I'll sell it. So after doing this and now it rolls bad start, then you can sell it manually by yourself. But what did I gain by taking it to 8? I gain artifact enhancement points. That's why I'm telling newer players to allow their gear overflow into your inbox. Go into your inbox right here. Let me show you what I mean. Let it overflow right here. You can see overflow. Then during artifact enhancements, you begin to claim all and do the gear cleanse like the old school method. So this is specifically for older players who maybe don't want to rely on RSL Helper, especially if you're playing on mobile but you still want to do auto battles. Then it can help you auto sell some gear. So let's see what the auto sell feature. I've given the disclaimer out. Don't say I told you and now you auto sold your good artifacts. No, make sure you don't, because it's not even going to show you the artifact. It's just going to automatically sell it and give you your silver. So do not turn this on except you know the risk of auto selling good gear. So it's not going to sell gear you already own. It's going to sell gear that you're farming from that dragon or whichever dungeon or campaign you're farming. So let's see what it actually does. When I turn it on, it says any check mark you see right here on the screen will be kept. So right now, the way it is set is when I farm the dragon, speed 1-star, speed gear 2-star, lifesteal 3-star, everything will be kept. So that's the first thing you should know about it. That's what all these check marks mean, because you've turned it on. So the main point that they're trying to tell us right here in the, I think this is the main thing I wanted to do the video about, because I don't want people making mistakes. Right here, this is the warning label you should take note of. Is it on screen? All right, yeah. So note, you need to choose at least one option in each filter set, whether it's rank, rarity, set, faction, artifact, accessory. You just need to choose one option. So what does that mean? Otherwise the gear will be sold. So let me go back to the filter and explain again. So let's say I clear everything off, clear, and I farm the dragon. Every weapon I get will be sold. Every helmet I get will be sold, because I did not set any parameter to tell it to keep. So checking any box right here means keep that stuff for me. Keep that stuff for me. That's what it means. So unchecking all the box means that item will be sold. And the way they did it that you can have separate I always forget to turn this off. You can have separate settings for weapons. You have separate settings for helmets, separate settings for shields, separate settings for boots. So you have everything you select here has its own settings. I'll give you an example. Since I'm farming the dragon, boots, what do I need from boots? For my level of account, I don't want 5-star boots anymore. For your level of account, please select 5-star boots if you're new to raid, if you're early game. Make sure you tell this game to keep 5-star gear. Now you see that you set 5-star and 6-star gear, but see here nothing is selected. It's still gonna sell every 5-star and 6-star gear. Is it? In terms of boots, is it gonna sell it? I think because I didn't set the rarity. So what if it's 5-star and 6-star gear, but I didn't tell it to keep helmet or boots? Let me just try it. Let me put it on every item right here. So it's not just for this one. It's not just for boots. You put it on everything. Okay. So they are the ones that apply to everything. They are the ones that do not apply to everything. So now I'm keeping 5-star and 6-star of everything, right? No matter the rarity, is this gonna sell this rarity? This is new to me, so let me just understand it a little bit. So if I set speed gear, is it gonna sell it? It's gonna keep it. So keep every speed 5-star and 6-star. So let me just leave it like this and see. Do a one battle and test. I wanted to show you what it means because everything will be sold, whether it's 5-star or 6-star. Since I didn't select anything else, it's gonna sell it. Let me just do one battle, one quick level 20 battle, and see. Because there's no way to test your filters before you go into the battle. So the only way to test if your gear settings filter works is by actually running a battle and losing that gear. So let's see how fast we can get this done. It's gonna be a fast run, don't worry. Oh, turn off. So it sold the gear. It didn't even show me. Do you want to stop multiple battles? Yes. It didn't even show me the gear. It sold it instantly and gave me 49k. So the answer is to my question has been solved. Yes, I did get a 5-star gear. Yes, it was one of the sets. Yes, but since I didn't select any of these other filters, it sold it. RSL Helper doesn't do this. RSL Helper says, you want to keep 5-star? Okay. That's the ultimate rule. So despite you setting whether it's keep 5-star for speed, keep 5-star, as long as one criteria is met, keep all 5 stars, it will keep it. Now if you say keep 5 stars or keep 6 stars, but speed and lifesteal should be kept while everything is sold, it will do that. So I'm not quite sure I like this yet. I'm not quite sure I like this, because a lot of people will make this mistake and thinking they are keeping all their 5-star and 6-star, but you just clearly saw it sell everything. I guess that's why the game starts you off with everything selected, like everything was checked. Everything at the start when I came in here, everything was checked. So this should be your default settings for this game. Turn on everything the way it was. Select all is there also. Okay, I didn't need to check it by myself. Select all is the option right here that make sure nothing is sold for you. Now, what don't I need? Since everything is kept right now with select all, what do I hate right now in this dungeon? I don't need 1 star. I don't need 2 stars. I don't need 3 stars, obviously. And for my level of account, I don't need 5 stars. Even if it's from mythical, I don't think I'll keep it. But no, I don't want it. I want 6 star, 6-star mythical. So I also don't want is it uncommon, common, then epic and legendary. I'll keep a little bit of epic 5-star gear. Yes, epic 5-star gear. So that's another criteria. If I unselect this, it's gonna sell all epic. Whether it's 6-star or not, it's gonna sell it. So I have to tell it to keep 6-star epic. If you still use 6-star rare gear, make sure you have that one selected also. I'm making this one about the gear video when it's not about gear selling filter. Let me just do the bare minimum and this particular part of the video. But basically, I think I explained this well enough. It's gonna sell anything that is unchecked. So if you hate accuracy set for some reason, you'd like, I don't want to see accuracy set, especially let's say day set, this sleep set that everybody automatically sells, you can unselect that, and that set, that entire set will be sold from your dragon runs. Whether it's 6-star, whether it's mythical, since it's unselected, it will be sold. So that's the main thing to get from this. Now if you want to get technical, you can go to attack. What don't I like in attack weapon? I don't want flat HP. So if an attack weapon has flat HP, I don't want flat attack. It doesn't have flat attack. If an attack weapon has flat HP, it will be sold. From boots, main stats boots, I don't want flat HP. I don't want flat defense on my boots. I don't want flat attack on my boots. This will sell any boot that has flat HP, despite whether a 5-star, 6-star, whatever set it is, it will sell. Once it sees flat HP boots, it will sell it. Once it sees flat attack boots, it will sell it. And once it sees flat defense, those are the things we normally sell. You can apply the same thing for chest. No flat HP, no flat attack, no flat defense. So For glove, no flat HP, no flat attack, no flat defense. What I'm saying is, I don't mind going into my artifacts and doing this by myself. I really don't. I really don't. Gear cleansing, because like I said, I take those gear to 4 and 8 and it gives me artifact enhancement points. So I think this is okay. But there are some times when you roll a flat gear like this, a flat boot, chest to 3, and it rolls triple rolls, and then you use your what do you call this item right here to change the stats, rework. So that's why I like to go into there, roll something twice, roll it 3 times before I sell it. So if you roll 3 times, I might use this and chaos ores to now change the main stat or the sub stat. But if you've sold it, you can't know whether it's going to, or that bad set was going to roll 3-star sub rolls. But this is like I said, for end game players. This is not for newer players to come in here, mess it up and get all your gear sold that you farmed all night. So that's the warning I have to tell new players coming in through this game. Please don't turn this on. I'm telling you. You see how difficult it was for me to finally understand it, that coming in here and on selecting everything is a bad idea. Everything will be sold, but make sure everything is checked. This will keep everything. Then you can begin to say, I don't want 4-star gear in my farming. I don't want I don't want rare gear in my farming. So this will now take all those off. Then if you want to get technical, you begin to say, I don't want flat start from my boots, I don't want flat start from my chest. You know, this can now help you make, I think this is the best thing to do with it. I would like to see what others are talking about in terms of, for glove, it must have crit rate or crit damage right here, as for me to keep it. Like, you know, see, I don't want, for substats, I don't want defense. That's a weird one to select, but I'm saying for somebody farming the dragon, where you like interested in, or what do you call this thing now, you can even apply it to particular sets, right? I don't think so. Speed sets. Let me not mess with this one further. I think I've explained it the best I can for keeping and selling gear right now, but I'll turn it off for my peace of mind, so I can farm the way I normally farm, and RSL Helper to help me sell whatever needs to be sold until we finally get a better understanding of this and get some filters in general. For now, I'll select everything, and yes, unselect only these ones. You can also use it in campaign. I was running a campaign battle just now, and I saw that it's also available right there. So depending on the dungeon you are or the content you're beating will determine what type of filters you see right here. For campaign, obviously, it's only a curing set. So if you don't want to keep any curing set from the campaign, you can just leave this unchecked. But if you select all, it is gonna keep every curing set. But I don't want to keep anything from the campaign, because that's 3-star, 4-star, 5-star gear that I don't need. Campaign brutal 12-3, that's what I'm saying now. And with this selection, everything that I farm from this campaign battle will be automatically sold. Let me just run one more battle and see. So I guess that's a good way for people to auto sell, instead of going in there and beginning to manually select shield and sell all the items you farmed from the campaign. This can help you automatically sell it. All right, turn off multi battle. I got a banner right there. I didn't set it to auto sell banner. Is there an option to sell banners, or it only applies to artifacts? See, it only applies to artifacts right now. There's no option for selling accessories right now. So, which is a good thing, because you don't want to. What if I farm the spider? Doesn't it have an option for the spider? Let's find out real quick. I thought it was for every dungeon. What about the spider? What do you auto sell right here? Oh, so when you're farming the spider, you now see the ring, you now see all that good stuff. So I wouldn't mess with this. Like I said, let everything stay checked. Farm your spider, and yeah, in case you don't want 5-star gear for my spider right now, I don't want 5-star gear and 2-star. So this will be only option I select and sell. Everything else has to stay for me to manually review them and sell them by myself with a gear cleanse that comes up once in a while, so we can get maximum gear and maximum points in that artifact enhancement. All right, let me know what you think about this one. If I made any errors, of course, always correct me in the comments, and I'm willing to learn more about it as time goes on. So the Sand Devil, I see that the Sand Devil is also listed as a location where items might look different. Are we auto selling anything right here? No, of course not. So there is no auto sell feature for that. So they're also saying that multi-battle settings are now saved separately for the following locations. So if I set some multi-battle settings over here, it's not going to change whatever I do right here. So if I say use, automatically use energy right here, when I go to dragon, it's not going to show me that I'm using energy. You see, it's not turned on. Usually when you turn it on one location, it usually stays on for all other locations. So that's something to note, I guess. It's also different for the Iron Twins Fortress, Doom Tower, and Faction Wars. All right, what else is changing in raid or part of this 7.10 update? What else is changing? This was the biggest one, the gear selling, auto selling, multi-battle spot. That was the biggest one. The next thing that I saw that was changing is Fragments Summon tab is being reorganized, that we've been asking for a while. So if you head over to your portal right here and turn this off, you will see that this Fragment Summon tab usually has some champions that have been long obtained at 0 fragment and it's still here. It's no longer there. They've removed it. They've made it so that you only see champions in this place that you have fragments for, which is a good thing. And I think it's now ordered according to how many fragments you had for them. Usually I used to see this champion that I had. Where is he? Iron Brago. He used to be at the bottom, while champions who have 5 or 0 fragments for were at the top. So this was a champion I obtained, but I got extra fragments. So the champions that are currently obtainable with 0 fragments, so, and all the ones that you've obtained in the past, Mitrala, I've obtained her 0 fragments, will be still right here. I thought they'll just take it off. Why are they still here though? Can I obtain a second copy of Mitrala? Is that what you're trying to tell me? I thought they'll take her off, I guess. They still want to let us know that these champions are still available in the game to pick up by those who have not obtained it, I guess. But I don't see the point leaving Mitrala here when I have obtained her in my account. I don't really see the point. Is there a possibility of me getting a second copy? But this is still a good thing that they did, making sure that Jetney is a new fusion. I don't have any fragments for her right here, and then you can see accordingly. Usually this used to be a very longer scroll, but I'm surprised now, just a few scrolls, you can see the ones you have and the ones you are working on right there. So that's the new thing that was added to the game to make that fragment summon tab a little bit better. The next thing is priority stats filter. I'll not try to make this one too long. I spent too much time on the other one. Priority stats filter has to do with your in-game gear, when you want to gear an artifact or gear a champion, right? Let's say I get to go to, what's her name now, Skull Crown. So it says that if I'm doing my filter, let's say I'm gearing this champion with filter, that's the button that turns everything on, and then you see this artifact type. It doesn't just show rank and rarity, equipped and just new again like we normally used to. We now see new priority stats filter right here, which will ask you, what do you want in your Skull Crown the most? I want crit rate. How bad do you want this crit rate? Extremely high. That is 100%, right? What else do you want? I need crit damage. How bad do you want it? Extremely high. Do you see what's happening right here to my gear? It's reorganizing all my gear, not by weapon first, helmet first, boots last. No, it's now taking boots to the top. Why? Because this boots has crit rate, which I said I wanted high. So this type of setting does give you the ability to easily, oh, I covered most of it. This settings allows you to give scroll up right here with crit rate and crit damage selected. It allows you to easily find artifacts, not scrolling endlessly. It brings the ones you need to the top. This weapon, I mean this glove, will be a crit rate and crit damage glove. So it just rearranges everything so you can easily find it. Of course, you can always head to the set you want, which is Savage for this champion, and you can see that the set is now reorganized to give me the ones I want first. Crit rate and crit damage. See, crit damage over there, crit rate over here, and then the ones that don't have any of those stats that I need will be at the bottom. This doesn't have, you see, you put defense and defense at the bottom, speed, you put it at the bottom. So the ones I need the stats for will be at the top easily. So you can just, you don't need to go through all your artifacts to find that crit rate glove. You don't need to go, of course you can always use filter, substat filter, crit rate, main stat filter, crit damage. Let's say I was looking for glove, right? I'm looking for a glove in Savage set. So a crit damage glove with crit rate substats has been found. If I had other ones, it will also reorder it right there for me. If I was looking for a boot for this champion that has crit rate, maybe you can always select the particular artifact you want, of course, and it will order it according to this one has crit rate. This one does have crit rate also, but it went for this one instead because he has HP and all that. So that's a new filter that just came out. It's not just selecting a boot or selecting a shield. Of course, I would recommend you always use the fitting room when you're gearing a champion, so you see the stats you are working with before you put it on the champion. So priority stats filter is new to raid, and you can set it if you're building a tank that needs high HP. You don't need this at high. You have to set something else for that tank. None. Somebody else who is tanky will need a little bit more higher HP, maybe accuracy if that's what you need, maybe defense medium. So you set it according to what you need and go to the artifact set, not in this case not savage set. Let's head over to, let's say, mortar, and it will give you helmet first instead of the way it used to be. Helmet and shield, and weapon used to be top. You see, weapon is now at the bottom right here, so it arranges it according to what you need to put on that champion, and you can then try it on and see the total stats before you equip it on that champion. All right, that's priority stats for you. It's a good addition, but it can be intimidating for newer players who are coming into this, hitting the filter and seeing a bunch of things that everything is just crazy. You're like, what do I pick right here? You need a dedicated video from other content creators or this one to tell you that rank and rarity can help you find something easier. 6 stars only, that's what I need, and 6-star boots only. So we'll do a dedicated video about this maybe in the future if somebody is interested in knowing how to gear a champion right here and easily finding these gears. Or you can simply use the Elhades artifact extractor and save yourself all this trouble of manually finding and gearing something. Let the artifact extractor do the job for you, like most people who play on PC do. But if you're on mobile, this is a new addition for you that can help you prioritize and find stats that you're looking for easier. So another thing that was added as part of this is to hide set filters. So if after setting all that for Skullcrown, telling her I need priority stats that has crit rate high, crit damage high, if I don't care about the sets it's coming from, there are champions you build that you don't want sets on them, you just want them to have the best stats. So there are champions, it will just take away all that set filters. I should take myself to this corner. It just took away all that set filters and hide set filters right here. That's it. When you turn it on, it will show sets, but when you turn it off, when you turn it on, it will just hide all the sets and mix up everything, but it will arrange it according to what you need. Crit rate, crit damage, according to what I selected. All right, what else is coming into raid besides these top things I just talked about? And let's head over back to the blog. Champion rebalances. Nogba, we already announced this in a previous video when they announced his rebalance, and I hope this time it has been applied. Gumlock is also rebalanced, and other fixes and improvements that are coming into the game. So these are the main ones that I wanted to review and make sure that I acquaint myself with, because it's not good that as a content creator new content like this comes up into the game that is improving the game and I know nothing about it, and I should help you at least to better understand it and see that something new in the game has happened that you could take advantage of or ignore. It's not like you must use these new features. I just know that it's going to help a lot of mobile players who don't have RSL Helper, or if your PC you don't simply want to, you're using a work PC, you don't want to install RSL Helper or something like that. So, or raid artifact extractor. These are what you might need to play the game better. Is there any other changes that are coming into the game that I'm missing out on? There were some of the new champions that were released. If we talk about them in this video, it's going to make this video too long. So I guess let me know if you still want me to review all these champions that were added into the game, and yeah, maybe I can do that in another video, but I don't want to review them mostly because it's something I might not obtain. As a free-to-play player, you're like, oh, nice new champion, but am I gonna get it? When I get it, I might do a champion guide about them for sure, but for right now I don't want to hype out a champion which I might not obtain. Another thing that I saw right here is the new 7-day login that will be launched as part of this Call of Abita on May 18th, right? For logging in 7 days, we'll get a new legendary champion. So that's something that is coming into the game as part of this new patch 7.10 also. The champion might already be in the game, but hidden until that day when this Call of Abita is released, and it will be like a campaign for people to, you know, get it. By also watching and sharing this Call of Abita episodes, you get some awesome rewards right here on the screen. So make sure you go over there. Don't just see it, oh, Call of Abita. No, each episode will have rewards for us to obtain. I know 100 energy seems like a lot. A lot, yeah, but that's what Raid promises to give us for every episode. I hope it does increase as we go along, and maybe 500 energy at the last episode. All right, I'm waiting for this to drop. We'll talk about the reactions, whether you watch animated series or not. I'm sure you will enjoy this if you play Raid. Let me know what you think about all these changes that are coming into this game, and yeah, what you think about my explanation or understanding of them. Initially, this is the first impressions, and later on we'll get better understanding of them and better ways to set it and use it and enjoy it. I guess nothing bad came in here in the game. I thought I'll see something, an update that I hate, but I think so far all these quality of life improvements were nice, especially this awesome new champion that is coming in for just 7 days login and you obtain him. I hope he's going to be good. Who is the champion is not in the game yet. It's not any of this one that were released. I've checked their avatar, none of them look like this, so no speculations right now until we see him added to the game that day. Help me hit like in this video if it helps you out. If you enjoyed my Raid content, I post Raid videos on a daily basis. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later, guys.